Tyler Cummings.
Yes, yes I am. And I am full still to this moment.
We won't tell you where they went to eat because they're not one of our sponsors, but no, just kidding.
It was a steakhouse, though. I'll give you that hint.
So now we turn our attention to the boys' game.
Boy, we got a dandy here, Steve. We
do. Tell us a little bit about the game, Alan.
Well, we got the #2 ranked East Thunderbirds who are coming to South, crosstown rivalry. Here's the interesting thing is East won both their games last week, so they're 2-1 in the 4A East Conference. Yet they lost their #1 ranking to Natrona, who moved up from 4-1. So it makes me wonder where some of these media guys are located. They're doing these votes because that's a big leap from 4-1. Now Natrona's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they should have made that three-point leap in the rankings. But you know what? Regardless, Natrona's good. They beat Evanston last week. They beat Cheyenne East, and East has not been playing as good a basketball as they were before the 4A East Conference. Now, here's the interesting thing about this particular rivalry. Now, a lot of Cheyenne East fans don't look at this as a rivalry yet between South and East, but the last 4 games between these two teams, South's 2-2. The average score in those games is East 52.4 points a game, South 52.2 points a game. That's how close the last 4 games between these two teams have been. In these last 4 games, South has had a 26-point blowout against East, and East had a 16-point blowout over South last year. So one thing I will tell you, though, is East is a very, very good team this year, Steve.
And what I talked about in the SJ Science pregame show is the key to shutting down East is to shut down Zach McCord. I think South's got the guy to do that, and Marquez Jefferson. Jefferson held Josh Adlin from Laramie, a 17-point-a-game scorer, to 0 last week. So if he could do a number on McCord, and then with Richard Blackwell back, that's the other big story for South. If Richard Blackwell can neutralize Elijah Oliver, those are going to be the keys to the game for South tonight.
Those are huge keys to the game. I'll tell you what, Jefferson, that was probably some of the best defense I've seen in the 4 years that we've been covering South, Steve. He completely shut him down. Adlin didn't score a point until the end of the game at the free throw line when he hit 4 free throws. That was it. Marquez did that good of a job. Now he's going to have a little bit tougher of a time going up against Zach McCord. McCord's not only a good point guard, he's a good shooting guard. He's a good, what they call combo guard, Steve. So Jefferson's going to have to play really smart.
So the starting lineups tonight, first is East High Thunderbirds at 1 guard position. Zach McCord, he is a 5'10 senior, #2, and he's a dandy. Another guard, a 6-foot senior, wearing #4, Tyler Weinberger. A sophomore starts, a junior starts, #10, 6 feet even, Tyler Peoples. And then the big guys down low, Elijah Oliver, 6'2", he's a junior, wears #30, and Jacob Ross, 6'7", he's only a sophomore. He wears #31. So Oliver and Ross, the forwards, Peoples, Weinberger, McCord, the guards for Cheyenne East. And, of course, for your Cheyenne South Fighting Bison at 1 guard. 5 feet 10 inches tall, he's a junior. He wears #2, Michael DeBryan. The point, a 5'7 junior wearing #3, Marquez Jefferson. They will start in the 3-guard offense tonight, a 5'10 junior, #24, Austin Barker. Of course, the story of the game for South, Richard Blackwell. He's a 6'2 senior. He's back, and he'll go with Shane Dilsaver, 5'11. Shane Dilsaver, 6'1 senior, wearing 35. So Dilsaver and Blackwell will be the forwards. Michael DeBryan, Marquez Jefferson, and Austin Barker will be the guards for South in their 3-guard offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, it's all going to come down to this. It's going to come down to how fast can Richard Blackwell knock off the rust in this game. He's missed 3 weeks of basketball, Steve. 3 weeks of intense basketball. He's played in 4A East games as a reserve role, but to see it as a starter is totally different. So how fast is it going to take for him to knock off that rust? But more importantly, can he do it with staying out of foul trouble?
So East comes out in their road black uniforms trimmed in light blue and white. South, of course, in their home white uniforms in Bison gold, Vegas gold, if you will, and black.
Exciting game, Steve. You always look forward to these crosstown rivalry games. We're still new to this rivalry here at Cheyenne, so this is always exciting for us. We've played well against East. We've obviously dominated Central the last few years. So let's hope that we can turn this around and pull off a shocker. I'll tell you what, Central beat East by playing good team defense. Can South follow suit?
Capacity crowd here in the gym. There's not really too many empty seats whatsoever. And Jacob Ross and Richard Blackwell will jump at the start. Three-man officiating crew from Colorado. They are IABO certified, International Association of Amateur Basketball officials. It's a stringent licensing and registration board down there. So now East can start with Oliver with a baseline jumper, and Ross
traveled
6'7" up big there.
He traveled and stepped out of bounds
on the line. So turnover.
But I'll tell you what, Richard Blackwell really made Elijah Oliver change that shot, and it was long. You know, people forget that even though Richard's only like 6'1", 6'2", he's got some hops.
Camera. There we go. Marquez Jefferson now in the offensive zone for South. Gets it across to Dillsaver. Dillsaver's going to hand it back out to Jefferson. He'll draw McCord on him. Jefferson to Barker.
I would feed it to Blackwell. He could take 31.
Barker traveled there.
Yeah, he did.
Now DeBryan raises for three. Good! And Mike opens the scoring with a three-pointer.
Well, that's exactly how he started last week against Laramie. If he can keep that streak going, this is going to be a good game for South.
So McCord will bring it across for East. He'll get it to Elijah Oliver on the left wing. Feed McCord, fade away. Good looking shot there by Zach McCord. It's 3-2.
He's a good ball player.
And there have been games in this series that have been high scoring into the 80s. So let's see what kind of game we're going to have tonight. Now Richard Blackwell fed down low, and he'll kick it to Shane Dillsaver. Now Shane not a real offensive threat. He fouled Oliver there, but they didn't call it. So here comes East the other way.
Well, I wish you could hear the student section.
Oliver, and there's going to be a foul call on South. It's going to be Shane Dillsaver. This ref just looks like he's angry, don't he?
He does.
He always does.
He's mad he had to make the drive up to Cheyenne, even though he's getting paid.
He's probably excited. So Weinberger's going to bring it in underneath to Oliver. He'll get it out top to Peoples. Cross it to McCord. McCord, again, another fall away. That one won't go. Up big, Jefferson for the rebound, and South's going to hurry it up the floor. Mike DeBryan gets it, and he'll feed down low on the baseline to Blackwell. Richard gets blocked by Jacob Ross, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Blackwell.
That's the rust I'm talking about. That was kind of an ill-advised shot. He did take it to the hole. He should have kicked it out to one of the wide-open guys because they crashed down on him, Steve. Yeah, said he took a shot, and it was blocked.
One thing about Jacob Ross, he's 6'7". He's a shot blocker. Not a real big offensive threat, but he's a shot blocker. Now Weinberger gets it to Ross, to Oliver. Goes right around Dillsaver, fumbles the ball, comes away to Ross, and then he'll kick it out and reset it with McCord. Now McCord going to go baseline, and he's going to get it stolen by Jefferson, and then I think McCord fouls him. Yes, he does.
But I'll tell you what, Marquez had his way against McCord last year in both games we played, and Jefferson was a bench player last year. So to see this kind of start this early is good. One thing about McCord, when it starts getting to his head that he's doing things wrong, he's not as effective as a basketball player.
3-2 South. Sorry, Alan.
I was about to say, as good as he is.
3-2 South Dairy Queen scoreboard. Missed shot by Jefferson. Now McCord tries a three. That's out of bounds, and he seems to think that he was hit, but no call.
Well, they're saying it's off of South, so it must have been a block. That's the only thing I could think of. So we'll have to give Jefferson that block since it was obviously off his hands.
So now Weinberg will bring it in up top to Peoples. He's going to line up a three. Boy, that's not even close. Front rims it, and the rebound comes down to McCord. McCord out top to Peoples. Peoples down low. Turnaround Oliver. That won't go. He's all over his back.
Yes, he is.
Jiminy Christmas. Get him off of him. Three shot there. Barker's good.
That's a great start there, Steve.
6-2 now South leads. And they get it to Ross up top. A raucous house here tonight on both sides. Peoples. Looked like he might have traveled there. And he throws it up underneath off the bottom of the basket. It's rebounded by Ross, who puts it up and in. Now Blackwell gets hit on the way up. No call there.
Nice pass by DeBryan. He saw that, dished it off right to him. Steve, that's a good basket. We can get East playing this type of game. This could be a good night for South.
A lot of contact being unchecked, so let's see if they continue to do it that way. Ross turn around, can't get it to go. Rebound's going to come down to Jefferson. They're going to hurry down the floor. Barker, stop, pop, three, no good. And rebound comes away to Oliver.
That's a good look. I'll tell you what, that's a good look by Austin. It just didn't go down.
Now McCord gets it down low to Peoples with the left hand, up and in, and we are going to have a timeout on the floor. 60-second timeout called by East. We'll be back after this timeout on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life.
They will bring your letterman's jacket to life.
Yes, they will, Steve.
So timeout East on the made basket. South will have it underneath their own basket, underneath the East basket. They have to bring it the length of the floor. Starting five, actually, no, number 15 is checked in for East. That is Robert Munoz, 5'11" senior. Other than that, it looks like the same five. Check that, number 13 also in for East. DeBryan, three ball, good! And that's what South needs, is a hot shooting Mike DeBryan. East comes the other way, the crowd harassing McCord. Now they get it to number 13, who's just checked in the game. That's Connor Leishing there. And he'll get it to Munoz, who misses a couple of layups. He missed 2 point-blank layups. There's a long three by DeBryan, no good there. And that would have brought this house to a rupture.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're feeling it, though, you're feeling it. Doesn't hurt to see if you can keep going, you know?
Straight up, that's good defense there, but Peoples makes the 2 point bucket.
South up 11-8 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
I think I kind of like the way the refs are kind of letting him go at it a little bit. They're not calling ticky-tack, which I think is a good thing. Now, Dillsaver has it out top. He'll reset it to Barker. Quit looking at the bench, just listen. Turns to look at the bench, just about to get the ball stolen.
This is a good matchup here. The 30s going against each other.
Richard's taller than Elijah Oliver. They're both listed as 6'2", but I'm not sure Elijah's 6'2". Now Barker with it. Stops, gets it to Dillsaver. Kicks it out. Jefferson, was he on the line? No, boy, Oliver can jump.
Yes, he
He's
can.
up big to get that, and needs to come the other way.
He did make
24.
He made it to the finals of the Fleming Gorge dunk contest, just so you know. So
there's Leishing for three. Wow, that's an air ball. Hits nothing. Actually, more of a brick than anything. And I think Barker's going to get the call there.
Yeah. He was
Only
blocking out.
Team foul. Sorry, Adam.
He was blocking out, and that guy he was blocking out against pulled the chair right out from underneath him, and he fell, and the guy fell over him. So that caused the foul, Steve.
So Ross going to check in for Oliver.
I'll tell you right now, with Oliver on the bench, this is when you got to attack the paint, Steve.
And they get it into Connor Leishing. Down low to Ross. He'll go
Steve,
right around
move.
Blackwell there for 2 points.
I think it looks like Richard's playing a little too cautious down in the paint on the defensive end.
Dillsaver to DeBryan on the right wing. He'll set it up top, Dillsaver, and they'll have to reset the offense. 11-10 now on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. South with a 1 point lead. Barker gets inside and gets trapped. Boy, lucky he didn't travel there.
Yep.
Now to Bryan. Gets to Dillsaver. Dillsaver. Down low, Blackwell, and it's turned over. Here comes East the other way. People's going to go coast to coast. Oh, and he misses a layup. An easy one at that. think DeBryan might have affected the shot there.
Yeah, that was.
It's just his presence coming in. Good hustle by Michael there.
That's what you call a lack of concentration when you miss that.
That's what you call a good defensive hustle by.
That's like the NFL.
That's like a version of his old man in his heyday.
And Austin just threw it directly to Connor Leishing. Unfortunately, he plays for East.
Oh, well, that's a good foul there. Blackwell grabbed his arm, but he missed the shot, so good foul there.
Third foul on South. I tell you what, though, we're 1:03 left in the first quarter. We've only had 2 turnovers. South averages 16 turnovers a game, so that's actually a good start for South.
So Leishing to the line. First one's no good.
And these free throws are brought to you by Capital Communications Incorporated.
Isaiah Dix checks into the game with Brendan Nelson now. And he makes the second one, does Connor Leishing. Minute 3 to go. South will have it. Leishing's going to take a seat. Number 14 checks in. So both benches playing a lot of guys. TJ Olson, the new player in for East. Jefferson will bring it up. Looking for a back cut there. Can't get it. Jefferson. He's got number 11 on him.
Yeah,
that's got to be a block, I would think.
Yeah, a lot of body.
Number 11 is Deshae Hunt.
Brendan Nelson, this is his first game this year that he hasn't started, Steve.
Well, Barker's earned it. Barker's been playing well.
Well, he really has. Barker is he's an incredible athlete. He's been hitting the threes really good lately. But what I think he deserved it from is his defense. He's been playing really good defense, Steve.
So both coaches doing a good job of resting the majority of the boy. Get off his back.
I'll tell you what, number 31 should have been fouled out of the game.
That should at least
with
be
that
his
foul.
second.
South student section letting him know that he can't do that. That's good advice. Get it, so there you go.
Oh, DeBryan gets stuffed by Munoz. He's going to go in, and he's going to draw a foul.
Shane Dillsaver.
Dillsaver, but again, good foul there.
I don't think Michael actually saw him coming in, Steve.
Shade's second foul. Now East student section getting into it. This is a great atmosphere.
Normally, I don't see DeBryan taking that shot. He must not have seen Munoz coming out, and that's the only thing I can think of. Munoz on the season, he's a 71% free throw shooter.
Yeah, he misses the first. And I tell you what, the Lady T-Birds were atrocious from the line in the first game. They were like 1 of 10, 1 of 11, something like that. These guys now starting out 1 of 3 from the line.
Scores 11 to 11 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
And he makes the second.
South going to be going into zip.
I tell you what, over the last couple of years, I think this is almost a better rivalry than East Central.
I truly think it is.
This is probably the best in-town boys basketball rivalry right here. Zip to score, 16 seconds. East does grab the lead, though, with that free throw. 12-11. See if they get a last shot. They're going to have to hurry. Turn around Isaiah Dixon. He won't get it to fall. So 1 quarter's in the books here from South. It's Cheyenne East 12, South 11. You're listening to high school basketball 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions.
Custom Illusions, cool place. Check it out. You'll hear more about them later in the broadcast. South will start the second quarter with the ball.
Same 5 on the floor. Well, Richard checked back.
Yeah, Richard's back in. So they'll go with DeBryan Jefferson, Brendan Nelson, Isaiah Dix, and Richard Blackwell.
Heck of a first quarter, 12-11. South had the lead the whole quarter till right at the end. East was able to pull out that.
Oh, Nelson gets it to a wide open Blackwell underneath. Gets hacked on his way up. Can't get the ball to go, but let's see who committed the foul.
One thing that people might have forgotten, because it's been 3 weeks since we've seen Richard, Steve, he averages 18 points a game, and he gets to the free throw line 10 times a game. He shoots 10 free throws a game, so 5 times a game. But he shoots 10 a game. That's an aggressive basketball player there.
Oh, boy, bad miss on the first.
Yeah, and he's an 80% free throw shooter. That's what's weird.
Big game, big atmosphere.
That's Rust right there. We'll paint that one up to Rust because he is an 80% free throw shooter.
Boy, chucking both up to Rust. He misses both of them. And here we come the other way. Peoples with the ball out top to Oliver. Oliver's going to try to go on Richard. Left hand can't get it to go. Big rebound, Isaiah Dix. South's going to push the ball. Jefferson to DeBryan. Nice feed down low. Richard's going to get in again, get hacked again, and go back to the line.
Boy, I don't know. I don't think he went for the ball on that one. He grabbed Richard's arm right off the bat, Steve. I mean, I don't know. That's just me, though. I'll have to watch the video for review to see how it looked.
T.J. Olson with the foul. Now Richard.
Now let's hope he knocked the rust off with those.
Yeah. Makes the first there.
That's 3 points.
We got a tie ball game, 12-12. Jacob Ross checking back in.
I'd like to thank all the viewers.
Dante McCray.
Dante McCray checking back in, his first game in 3 weeks. Nice to see McCray on the floor. Want to give a shout out to his family.
Oh, man, you can just tell the minute he let that go, he missed it. Richard 1 of 3 from the line, but he does tie the game.
1 of 4.
12-12. 1 of 4, yeah.
Yeah, and he's an 80% free throw shooter. That's, you know, hopefully it's just, we'll count that to nerve. South playing really good defense.
Weinberger fires up an air ball. And South will come the other way with Gray.
Stepped on the line.
Stepped on the line.
Got to know where you're at. Got to know where you're at on the floor. It's only the 3rd turnover by South, so it's not no damage done really. Score still tied, 12-12 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. One thing I will give McCord is I like that blonde streak in his hair.
Not a fan of it myself.
That's
offensive. You betcha. Everybody in the house knew that.
Yeah. Even Elijah knew it. I'll tell you what, I got to meet Elijah outside of the basketball courts, and he is one heck of a nice kid. But you can't drive into people like that.
Nope.
Can't be a thug like that when you're into the lane.
That's his first foul of the game. 16 fouls for East, 4 for South. So from here on out, South will be shooting
That's
the rest of the way.
Another kid that got some really good hops out there for South is number 41, Isaiah Dix.
Dante McCray can't get to go. Richard Blackwell up big, and then he's blocked by Ross. Man, Ross plays big down there. He's got good hands. He's a young kid, man. They can develop him. He might have a heck of a future playing this game.
Now, you know what's great about Blackwell being back? That was an offensive rebound for South. We didn't get one of those against Laramie until the 4th quarter last week, Steve.
Oliver loses it. Picked up by Richard. Richard stops, pops, hammered. He's going to go to the line again. So he's getting there all the time. He needs to make some.
Like I said, he averages 10 free throw attempts a game. He's already at 6 in the first half.
That's Jacob Ross's second foul, so the big 6'7" kid's got 2.
East fans giving Richard the business, knowing he's been missing lately.
Whoa!
South fans letting East know that don't fly.
13-14, Leishing and Olsen checking back in for East.
13-12, South leads. 6:08 left in the first half on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. There's other games going on in the 4A conference, as I think Riverton and some other team, or one of the two other 4A West, well, Laramie and Central, and then there's a 4A West game going on. I'll let you know. And he's back up to 50% on the game.
More importantly, South with a 2-point lead. 14-12. 6 minutes to go first half on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. They get it down low to number 14, Olsen, and his bucket's good. He's going to go to the line. Who's the foul on?
It's going to be on Barker. Got his hand in, just got too much of the arm on the shot going up. That ties the game up, and number 14, TJ Olsen, has a chance to give them a lead. Olsen on the season, 73% free throw shooter.
Front rim's at Deontay McCray, gets the rebound. South getting some quality rest for some guys here. Now Blackwell has it. They'll reset it out top to DeBrine.
East came in here probably thinking they were going to have an easy game against South. It's good to see South be able to match the intensity. Actually, right now, it's East having to match our intensities. We came out pretty tight. There you go. There's DeBrine.
DeBrine, boy, partially blocked by Peoples. Yeah, I think Mike's going to pick up the foul there, but
that's the first time in 3 years I've seen 2 shots of Michael DeBrine get blocked in one game. First time in 3 years, Coach. I've never seen that happen before.
Peoples got some jumps on him with them pink shoes. Pink shoes must be spring-loaded.
I think they are spring-loaded. He's wearing the Nike Shocks.
Because Michael got great elevation on the shot.
He did.
And then he just picks Lacey's pocket. And they're going to have to hammer him. Boy, that should be right there is what that should be.
But, boy, I tell you what, one thing Michael DeBrine's very good at, that was a really hard foul. But I'll tell you one thing Michael DeBrine's really good at is taking the ball back. So, averaging 2.2 steals a game right now in the season. Set a school record last year with 9 steals in one game. 7 of those came in the second half, Steve. So he could pick the pocket with the best of them. Michael makes it 15-14 lead for South. As these free throws are brought to you by Tri-State Veterinary Clinic.
Makes them both, and South regains the lead 16-14, 5:09 to go. The first quarter was a pretty brisk moving quarter. This quarter here.
And they did all this with Jefferson getting a breather.
Oh, there's a nice elevated shot by McCord there.
And that ties it up.
So we'll have a timeout. Actually, it's an injury.
No timeout on the floor.
So no timeout. There's blood, I believe, on Deontay McCray, so that's why they stopped the action.
Score is 16-16, 5 minutes left in the first half, and this has been a dandy of a game. This is what, the 5th tie of the game?
Yep.
I mean, of the 7th quarter.
Going back and forth. They feed down low to Richard. Richard tries to go around Leishing. I believe Leishing's going to pick up the block there.
That's going to be a 1-and-1. To show you the importance of Richard being back for South, their rebounds dropped. Their offensive rebounds dropped. Their scoring dropped when Richard was not in the game for South the last 3 weeks. So it's great to have him back. And right now he's got, 5 points on the night. 7th free throw attempt coming up here, and he averages 10 a game. So he could possibly hit 10 by the end of the first half, Steve.
Gets the first.
That was so smooth the net didn't even know it went through it, Steve.
He'll have another.
Back. It gives South a 17-16 lead. That's the fourth lead change of the game. Well, the fourth lead for the Bison in the game. I mean, in the second quarter.
And he misses that one. Boy, you can sure tell the minute he lets them go sometimes that they're not going to be good. Now McCord will bring it down for East. And hand check by Jefferson.
Yeah, I think he got too much of the body. Did they call him for a hand check?
Yep. So that'll send McCord to the line for a 1-and-1. Both teams shoot bonus from here on.
And McCord on the season shoots 70% from the free throw line. What's funny is on the floor for this game, we got the top 3 scorers in the 4A conference, Steve, in McCord, Oliver, and Blackwell.
He makes the first one. They'll give him another. 17-17 now.
I want to say happy birthday to my oldest son, Kyler Cummings, turned 19 today.
McCord makes them both. And now East with the lead in this seesaw game, 18-17. Isaiah Dix checking in now for Austin Barker. So it'll be Brian, Jefferson, Brendan Nelson, Isaiah Dix, and Richard Blackwell.
That's a good forward line for South. When Dix, because Dix can jump, and he's got to throw the alley-oop to him.
Okay, so now they'll kick it back out to Jefferson.
How's that not a foul?
Oh, that's the same thing Jefferson did at the other end, got called for a foul.
Same exact thing.
Richard Blackwell gets to the hole, lays the 2 up and in. "30-second timeout called by Coach Schaefer so he can set some defense. South regains the lead in a seesaw game, 19-18. Allen, give a shout out to some sponsors from 11-12 BISN.
Give a shout out to American Storage and Postal, Mile High Lawn and Tree Care, S&J Signs, Tri-State Veterinary Clinics, the SCCDA, Dairy Queen, Misty Woods from Number One Properties, A Stitch in Life, and Benchmark Engineering.
Got to say I'm highly disappointed in the South concession popcorn tonight. Not their best effort.
That's the look I got when they didn't call the foul on McCord just now for that reach across. For those of you watching.
Oh.
I'm going to put that face up every time they miss a call on East. Every single time.
So East with the ball. Munoz gets it out top to McCord, tries to feed Ross, and he gets it back out.
That was good help side defense by Richard.
Something that was woefully lacking in the girls' game from the south side of things. Oliver, long, high arching 3. And boy, that Ross is long. I don't think Coach Schaefer has much of a case there for an over and back. But
now, but you know what caused that rebound for East? 2 South players were battling for the rebound. Dix and Nelson were battling for the rebound against each other.
And the other kid going for it was 6'8".
And well, yeah, but you know they both had the hands on it, and that's when you got to call somebody off right there.
So Jefferson will have it for East. Feeds down low. Blackwell, he's got a fall away. Wow, Richard! He's showing some different tools tonight. Fall away baseline jumper there.
Richard's a player, largest lead of the game for South. That's a travel.
Oh!
That should have been a travel. I don't know. Where's that face? Where's that face? That should have been a travel. That should have been a travel. That's what I think about it.
Oliver will go to the line.
He hopped, stepped, and jumped. The only
for
thing he didn't do was to deliver the cookies to Grandma's house on that foul, you know? So, I don't know.
And Oliver's are still scoreless as he misses the front end there.
Lencho did not even attempt to box out.
Finally, Oliver gets a bucket. He's on the board.
And that's 21-20. South still leads.
Quickly the other way. DeBryant. Puts Peoples in the air, gets it to Lencho. Beltran, 3-ball. Long off the back iron, no good. Had a good look at it, was open. Just was a little too strong with it.
You know, one thing about Lencho, he is a good three-point shooter. That's over and back. He did not establish himself when he touched the ball. He caught the ball while he was in the air.
Yep.
That's an over and back. He did not establish himself in the front court. I want to hear the East fans. Oh, you got to love that.
Bailey absolutely knew it. Not a single question from him on it.
Yeah. That's where you got to know a little bit about the game of basketball there, Steve. Of course, I wouldn't have known that without you, so I thank you for your knowledge, Stevie.
So DeBryant with it high on the left wing, 2:39 to go in the half. Foul called away from the ball.
Offensive foul, that's going to be on Brendan. Turnover South at a costly time.
So Connor's coming back in, Leishing. Deontay McCrae is coming back in for South. Brendan's going to take a seat.
South still leads 21-20. Exciting 4A East Conference matchup here. Crosstown rivals. And like Steve said, we think this game's actually gotten better than the East Central game.
Jefferson on the ground. Gets it to Deontay McCrae. He goes down. He's fouled. By Peoples. Did it go?
No. The putback went.
So, second foul on Peoples. So we'll shoot 2.
21-20.
See if McCrae can build on this South lead.
Deontay on the season
Make the first.
is 100% as he just hit his 3rd free throw of the season. So he's 3 for 3. Yeah.
Atta baby.
McCrae coming back from Virginia.
Makes them both 3-point South lead, 2:22 and counting. Dairy Queen scoreboard. First half exciting 4A East rivalry matchup. Munoz with the ball on the right wing. Gets it down to Oliver. Oliver's quickly trapped. Now they'll get it back out to Oliver. He'll lose the ball there. Boy, Elijah has been held in check tonight. Now Leishing with the ball. He gets it knocked out by Dix. Isaiah with the steal. And here come the Bison. Jefferson, coast to coast. Lays right hand, can't get it to go. Dix up for a rebound, but he just couldn't control it. Had it in his hands, but he couldn't control it. Now Oliver with it up top for East.
That's a mismatch.
Boy, that
right
should have
there.
been a foul
That
there
should
on
have been a foul.
Beltran. 3-ball there, and that is Weinberger.
And that ties the game up, 23-23. A minute and a half left in the first half, Steve.
I'd be curious to see what his 3-point percentage is.
Lazy
then
pass.
It's knocked away by Munoz. He's going to go coast to coast, lay the right hand up and in.
Quick 5-0 spurt by East gives them a 2-point lead, 25-23. South not paying attention on that last one. They got to sharp, crisp passes.
They got to quit being lazy with the ball.
It's one thing South has a knack of doing this year.
Oh, man, there was a cut in Mike DeBryant. Now Deontay thought about the 3, gives it to Michael. Michael gets inside the 3, puts up a 16-footer. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Lencho Beltran. Give him the offensive rebound and the putback.
This game's tied under a minute left in the first half. 25-25 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Well, I hope you viewers are having a good of a time watching this as we're calling it.
So, again, East probably didn't think much of the 0-3.
Nice deflection there.
Bison coming into the game.
Beltran with
all they
the
can handle.
deflection. Now, you know why that deflection's good? Even though East keeps possession, it stops their offensive momentum. They have to reset.
And because it was a Tri-State Veterinary Clinic deflection. There's Dix hustling again after the ball.
He came at you in 3D.
Yeah, he did.
That was 3D. You had your 3D glasses on. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he just came through your screen. I'll tell you, Dix, once he gets the speed of the varsity game down, Steve, he is going to be vicious. When he jumps, he reminds me of me back in the day when I used to be able to jump that high.
So Munoz will bring it in front, and it's stolen by Dix there. He's hustling. He'll get to the line, put it up and in, and it's fouled.
Isaiah Give
Man,
me
he
the
is
ball, Dick.
playing. He's playing with a lot of heart out there. He's hustling
That
as well
ties
as
the
anybody
game.
on the floor.
No, that gives South a 27-25 lead with 30 seconds left in the first half.
Who's the foul on? They haven't put it up yet.
Izzy
Number
came
15.
to play. Yes, he did. Izzy came to play tonight.
Izzy?
Izzy, that's what the Bryans
Or
just called him. He is.
Isn't he or isn't he? 3-point play there. 3-point lead for South. 30 seconds to go.
One thing you got to do is you got to keep pressure on McCord. He has a knack of hitting big shots, Steve. Don't give him the wide open shot. Keep a hand in his face. Make somebody else shoot it.
Oliver with the ball. Right elbow, 13 seconds.
Watch the screen for, they're going to do something to try to get McCord open. There's the screen. Nice hedge
Boy, he's going to have to put up a long one. Fall away three, buzzer, no good. Misses everything. And at the half, the Bison have the lead over the East Thunderbirds. It is Cheyenne South 28 and Cheyenne East 25. You're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Have a package that needs shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods from Number One Properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you. Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Freely Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, coming back at you live. Cheyenne South High School, your Cheyenne South Bison lead the number 2 ranked Cheyenne East Thunderbirds 28-25. And we'd like to say welcome back, Mr. Blackwell. Been out for the last 3 weeks for disciplinary reasons, and his return has been huge for the Bison. But we'll get to their stats later. But first, looking at East being paced right now by number 2, Zach McCord, who's got 6 points. Then you've got number 10 and number 31. That's Tyler Peoples and Jacob Ross with 4 points each. Then you got number 4, Tyler Weinberger, and number 15, Robert Munoz with 3 points each. Then you got TJ Olson with 2, Connor Leishing with 1, Elijah Oliver with 2 points as well. Defensively, they're doing a really good job. Richard Blackwell playing great defense on Oliver. And whenever he's not in the game, you've got Shane Dilsaver, and then you've also got Isaiah Dix playing really good defense on them as well. Looking at South stats, they're being paced by number 30, Richard Blackwell, who went to the free throw line 8 times. 8 times in that first half. He only made 4 of them, but those 4 were huge as he's got 10 points. He's also followed by number 2, Michael DeBryan, who's got 8 points. Michael DeBryan also with a big steal towards the end. And I'll tell you what, that big assist also down low to Blackwell to get him going was huge. Then you've got Isaiah Dix with 3, Austin Barker, number 24, with 3, and then number 14, Deontay McCray, number 11, Lencho Beltran with 2 each. Looking at the team stats, South shooting right now, 9 out of 25 from the field, 4 out of 7 from behind the arc. Sorry, that's 3 out of 7 behind the arc. 9 out of 13 from the free throw line. Rebounds, they've got 10 rebounds in the first half. 2 of them offensive, 8 defensive rebounds. 6 steals the defense was able to get in that first half against these 6 steals, 4 deflections, 1 block. They only had 5 turnovers on themselves. South playing really good basketball on the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. Your South High Bison lead, 28-25. We'll be back in about 6 minutes. Second half action here on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods from Number One Properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com, and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs, and the best part is she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, You can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back here live from Bison Gymnasium. Boy, we got a dandy for you tonight. That happened is Cheyenne South 28, Cheyenne East 25. One of the big stories of the first half, of course, as Alan talked about on the on the American Storage and Postal halftime show, is Elijah Oliver and Zach McCord average 40 points between them a game, and they've got a total of 8 points between them in the first half. The big story is Elijah Oliver leading the state, averaging 21.3 points a game. He has a single 2 points in the first half.
And those came late in the first half, Steve. I tell you, the big thing here is the defense that Marquez Jefferson is playing on Zach McCord. That's been the difference, I think. He's their point guard. He gets everything going, and honestly, he's just been shut down.
So 16 minutes of basketball remain here in this thrilling high school 4A basketball game on a Thursday night. Now, remember, fans, join us tomorrow night as South will be on the road, albeit just across town, as they'll be taking on Cheyenne Central in the Central High Fieldhouse. The girls will tap it up at 5:30 and the boys at 7, but first things first, we have second half action coming your way here on 1112 BISN. East will start with the first possession of the second half, and they'll turn it right over. Richard, and he carried it or traveled or did something. Probably a little bit of everything.
He did everything on that one, Steve.
But
hey, it was
a
nice
steal.
Nice steal. Looked good till the end. Dribbled it just a little bit too tall. Lost control of it. That happens, even to the best of them.
So both teams go with their starting five to start the second half.
Now, the most important thing here is South cannot let up this quarter. The third quarter has been their weakest quarter this year, and if they can play strong, this could be a very good game outcome for South.
And Ross is going to pick up his third foul, I believe.
Yes, he is. And that's going to be huge. They're going to keep him out there, though.
But not for too long, I bet.
Isn't it funny when players get called for fouls and they look at the ref like, what did I do?
Yeah. So no points in the second half so far. Each team with a couple possessions. Now South will work to get some points here. They get it down low to Richard. Blackwell trying to get the fourth foul on Ross.
Nice.
Three-point bucket there by Barker. Can't get it to go. And there's a traveling call on East, another turnover. So East with a couple three turnovers here in the first minute. Actually, the first 45 seconds of the second half. What are they saying?
Fundamental.
Now DeBryan going to raise 17-footer, front rims it. Can't get it to go. Peoples comes away with it. Gets it to Oliver, kind of a sloppy pass there. And Oliver.
They're calling that a foul? He let his shoulder into him.
So Jefferson gets the blocking foul.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Oliver gets the bucket and he'll go to the line.
Chance to tie the game up, 28-27. South still leads. Oliver, though, has a chance to tie it up right here.
Makes it. So the first 3 points in the second half go to East, and they tie it 28-28. South working down low.
Yep. He took the hop skip. He did the NBA shuffle. That's what I'm going to call that from now on. The NBA shuffle. The LeBron James. He did the LeBron James.
Thought he was dribbling the ball the whole time.
Nah, he didn't at that point.
So tie ball game. East with possession, chance to take a lead here. But get it to McCord. McCord's going to go baseline. Fall away. Can't get. Oh boy, he does get the nice roll to go. So that might impress some scouts.
He's not D1, I think.
Barker, three, good!
That's my personal opinion, though. He's talented.
He's a little too small.
He's not D1 talented,
He's very talented. He might have D1 talent. I just think You got to be extra talented when you're that small. Now left-hander Peoples. Wow, that was an athletic shot there.
Here come the back and forth games again, 32-31.
Now
East
Jefferson
with the lead.
quickly the other way. And is that going to be an East foul? I think it is.
Yep, number 10.
And Peoples picks up his third. Weinberg will take a seat. Munoz comes back in. They'll get it to Jefferson. Jefferson gets it to DeBrine. He'll go left side.
And he's fouled.
And Austin Barker will get 3 shots at it.
His first free throw attempts of the game. Austin on the season, a 73% free throw shooter. These are huge free throws. Try to get momentum back to South's way here.
Makes the first.
Ties the game up 32-32 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
You're going to have to get the video feedback up for me to see what's going on. Misses a second. And he'll try for his third. 7 points, looking for his 8th. And he gets it.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Didn't a famous singer say that once?
Meatloaf, baby. So 33-32, South with the 1-point lead. East with the ball. 3-pointer there. And Shane Dilsaver's going to wrangle it down. That was number 11, Hunt. There's a 3, Barker. Follow your shot, you'd have had a rebound.
Yep.
Nice pass there, and Oliver's going to go up for a 2-point basket. Nice assist by McCord. Quickly the other way, DeBrine. Ooh, Barker gets swatted by the 6'7" Ross. And Munoz is going to pick up the foul.
Score is 34-33, Cheyenne East. 5:17 left on the Dairy Queen scoreboard here in the third quarter. Great game.
Right in front of us here. Jefferson reset the offense out to the top. Gets it right side, Barker on the wing to Richard. Richard tries to split the defense, and they say he traveled. And Isaiah Dick's going to come in for Richard there.
Yep, he's taking that little skip jump before he moves. They're going to call that every time, Steve. The only time they don't call that is when you make it to the NBA. This is not the NBA.
Boy, Dick's doing a great job on Ross down low. Now, Oliver, boy, that ain't going to get you many D1 looks.
Nope.
And out of bounds to South.
That's awesome. We got to love our fans, man. Score still 34-33, Cheyenne East.
Oh, my God. Barker got blasted and no call. I'll have to go back and see that on film because he got blasted. I don't know if it was incidental or not. McCord goes the other way and lays it up and in.
And that gives East theirs.
And South's going to call a timeout as.
That's a good timeout.
It's going to be 60. So 36-33. East builds a 3-point lead here. You're listening to High School Basketball 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard.
So the East Thunderbirds on an 11-5 run to start the second half. They were down by 3 at half. They now maintain a 3-point lead. Will be South's ball.
That's the largest lead for either team this game, 3 points both ways.
So they're bringing in to Marquez Jefferson. Jefferson. Up top to Barker, swing it to the right wing for DeBrine. South just swinging it around the perimeter. East closing nicely. Isaiah Dix puts a shot, off-balance shot up, can't get to go. Not probably the best look
I think
they could have got.
I think he probably shot that thinking he might get the foul.
Oh, and then he hammers Oliver. I mean, I don't know if it was a hammer, but he made it look like a hammer. Ooh, they got Barker.
What?
Must have been a push down low or something.
That's 3 on Austin, as Brendan Nelson and Richard Blackwell set to check back in.
Oliver can't get the first one to go.
Need to get Brendan Nelson going. He's such an offensive threat when he's in a groove. He kind of went off his game last week against Laramie. I mean, he was in foul trouble. Was held to 1 shot the whole game, Steve.
And Oliver makes second.
37-33 leads.
His 8th point of the game. And now South needing a bucket bat. They're on a bit of a dry spell.
East switched to a 2-3 zone.
It's a Hawking zone, though. McCord playing great defense in that zone. Cross court to Nelson.
Got to attack
Jefferson.
the gaps.
Boy, yeah, they've got to do something. South is not getting inside that zone.
Yeah, they're not even getting it close to the gaps. You attack the gaps, that's what creates the holes in the 2-3 zone.
There's a nice tack gap.
Not a good pass, though. But
well, hey, Richard Blackwell comes away with it, puts it up and in. Well, maybe he's the one that should be getting looked at by the scouts.
I know. He's having a monster game.
They come to look at the wrong 30, maybe.
South cuts the lead down.
That's travel. You bet. They call it on Richard every time he does it. They got to call both ways.
37-35. Cheyenne South trailing on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. 3:04 left in the third quarter. Exciting ball game. The largest lead of the game was 4 points just a few seconds ago.
I just love watching Jake Brown be the leader of the ruckus down there. Oliver, Richard Blackwell, how dare I call him Oliver. Gets down low, gets another one. The game's tied up. 37-37.
Blackwell.
And they're starting to work things through Richard Blackwell now. There's a fadeaway jumper there, doesn't hit anything. Saved inbounds to Munoz. Then there's a scrap for it down low. Oh, he grabbed him.
Yep.
Jefferson did.
That's his third. He's got to be smart now.
3. 37-37.
Who's going to the free throw line?
Number 13, Connor Leishing. He's got 1 point in the game.
65% free throw shooter.
So he's right at his average, 2 for 3.
This is huge for South because Jefferson's our point guard, best ball handler on the team, and now he's going to have to sit the bench, probably the last 2.5 minutes of this quarter, and you're only down by 1. Make that 2.
Jacob Ross, big 6'7" sophomore, back in for South. Threes, rather.
So
Jonte McCray's in.
You know what, though? McCray is a good point guard himself, too, so.
Oh, yeah.
But with Marquez, you get that defense.
Wow. Nice feed down low. Blackwell turnaround. Funny. Boy, I tell you, Blackwell's impressive tonight.
39-39. Tell you, only took a quarter for Richard to knock that rust off. He's playing basketball like he was before he missed. That's nice deflection there by Shane.
McCord can't get it to go. Oliver up for the rebound, and he saves it to Peoples. And Brendan grabs his arm.
That's only Nelson's second.
South get a rebound, they'd be doing well because McCord's missing about everything he's throwing up lately.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is a good sub. I think they're going to send him in for Shane.
Now they're going to give him 2 shots.
They're calling that a shooting foul? He was on the ground. How is that a shooting foul?
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the act of shooting.
Not a good call.
That's
there.
a horrible call. We got to show these guys the replays. Wow. He was parallel to the floor. His back was facing the basket. How's that a shooting foul?
And he makes both of them, does Oliver.
We'll have to see how that comes into play later on down the game. South trailing 41-39. Yeah, there's no one's back cutting here. East is playing so tight right now on these guys when they get the ball. They have the back cuts right there, Steve. They're just not getting them.
Richard Blackwell working on Ross. Oh, man, he tried to get it to Dix. That wasn't a very good pass there. I understand what he was trying to do.
5th turnover by South, by Richard.
Ford 3, can't get it to go. And DeBrine's going to chase it down quickly the other way. He's going to get to the hole. Right hand up and in. Mike's first 2 points in the second half ties the game up, 41-41.
Well, I tell you what, if we can get DeBrine going in the second half, South can do some serious damage against East. Now East is going to hold the ball probably for the last shot.
This is going to be fireworks in the fourth.
41-41, under a minute
ball
left.
Game. East is just going to be content to try to play for the last shot here.
I like what South's doing. They're not going out to pressure the ball. Why?
Yeah, everybody's getting a nice break.
You know why they're not doing that, though? Because somebody could fall asleep. That leaves a wide open back cut towards the hoop.
Yep.
Easy basket. So now you're going to make them run an offensive play, run a good half-court set.
And now East getting lustily blued by the home crowd.
That's
now
the one guy you can't leave open, though.
Get into their offense with 20 to go. 3 ball there. Didn't work for him. Here we go the other way. DeBrine, and it's knocked out of bounds. South will have 10 seconds to do something here, and they'll have it underneath their own basket.
That was a great rebound by Deontay, and he instantly looked right ahead. He looked right ahead and saw Michael.
Great hustle there by number 10 Peoples, I believe.
South has a chance to take the lead
East.
heading into the fourth, as it's 41-41, 9.8 seconds left in the third quarter on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Got to get a good look here.
I don't know what kind of play they're running or who they're looking for. Holy cow, Barker. It's not that 80-yard pass you need to throw against Central. Boy, there's a hand there. And now McCord's going to have a shot at the last one. And he can't get it to go. No.
Nope. It's
No.
41-41.
So we're at the end of 3 quarters, and what a ball game we have here tonight. It's Cheyenne South 41, East 41. You're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Porters on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
So we are back for fourth quarter action, and we could not have any more of a thrilling contest going for you on a Thursday night. The score is South 41, East 41. There are 8 minutes to go in the game. Both teams have committed 4 team fouls, so they both have a couple to give before bonus shots start to be awarded. East has 4 timeouts, South has 3, so I imagine we'll be here for a while, folks.
Well, I tell you what, this has been a great game from the opening tip until that last missed shot by Zach McCord at the end of the third quarter. This has been back and forth. Largest lead, 4 points, goes to Cheyenne East. Largest lead for South in this game was 3 points multiple times in the second quarter.
So South will have the first shot here to crack the tie in the fourth quarter. Starting 5 on the floor for the Bison. Starting 5 for the Thunderbirds. Oh, there's a
just a little too
turnover
tall
there, yep. Looking for Richard on a back cut.
It's supposed to be a nice pick and roll play there, and just missed. That should be a travel.
Boy, South's got to rebound the ball.
How did they miss that travel?
They keep getting second chance opportunities, does East. Shano doing a great job on Oliver now.
Deny that pass. Oh, that's wide. That's too wide open.
Yeah, Richard's kind of being lazy with the defense there in the
middle.
Well,
you know what I think it was is he was being drawn to Oliver and forgot about the backside. And
so East now with a 2-point lead. There's a feed down low to Richard.
Nice up and under. Gets hit in the face. And they missed it.
So rebound Ross off the missed shot. Now Oliver's going to try to go coast to coast. He misses it. Parker comes away with the rebound.
I'm still shocked they missed that hit to the face. That number 31 just had him. Oh, I got to let it go, Steve. Steve, calm me down.
Yeah.
Calm me down.
I was straight line. I didn't get as good a look as you. Thought there was some contact there on the shot. But. So East will pick up their 5th foul. Parker gives Allen the, hey, what up?
It's the Filipino what up, man.
The Filipino what up. And they'll get it into Jefferson.
That's a heck of an inbound pass there by Austin, I'll tell you right now.
I'll tell you right now.
That was a great inbound pass.
Oh, and Chaz, I think you dribbled it off your own foot.
Yeah.
He wanted a kick ball. Now McCord, wow, they just gave him the baseline.
Yes, they did.
Man, Shaver's got to get a quick timeout.
This is a smart timeout by South.
He's built a 4-point lead.
They're on a 4-0 run to start this. 30-second timeout.
Let's keep it here. And on that last play, McCord got to the baseline. No one stopped him. He ran right underneath the basket.
Yes, he did.
And was able to get a layup.
45-41 now.
What a crowd. What an atmosphere. Don't forget, we'll be doing it again tomorrow night, except we will be on the road, so to speak, as the Bison make the crosstown journey to play the Central Indians. Ought to be a great atmosphere over in that gym on a Friday night as well. South's really got to be proud of the way they built this program and the way that the student body comes out and represents.
Well, I'll tell you what, even our road games in Cheyenne are home games for us, as we generally outnumber the home teams at East and at Central. So.
And the white T-shirts are in full effect tonight. It's kind of a white out here.
South's got to keep their head in the game. This is when they lost it to Laramie last week, was in the fourth quarter. Laramie came out, scored 5 quick points. East come out, scored 4 quick points. Got to be able to keep our heads in the game.
Jefferson working on McCord. Tries to go down low. Man, they're just forcing.
That's not a good pass. It wasn't there.
Forcing things down to Rich. I understand they want to get him there, but don't force it.
You've got offensive players like Michael DeBryan out there. You know, you've got to get him the ball, too. You can't just feed the ball down low. Marquez Jefferson wide open.
Jefferson will get it on the inbounds. He'll bring it out top, and he'll have McCord working on him. Shano. Nice feed there to Richard. He's in the lane. That's a foul! He got a lot of ball, but it looked like there was some arm in it, too.
This guy's not going to call anything. He missed the 2 travels that Oliver had in the paint 2 possessions ago. He won't call it, so it's got to be blatant. Someone's got to come up bleeding before he'll call a foul.
Flashing with it up top. Now East patiently running offense. They've got a 4-point lead. South's got to get stopped here. Looking down low to Leishing.
And this one you got to do something when Oliver's not out on the floor. And this is the largest lead of the game for either team, 6 points, 47-41. South just letting this game get out of hand.
6-0 run.
Still plenty of time left. And Richard going to the free throw line to shoot 2. 4 out of 8.
The guy that Alan says ain't going to call anything until blood's drawn, just calls a touch foul there.
Maybe he heard me.
Maybe. Because there wasn't much there, I didn't think. These are big free throws.
Yes, they're huge. East on a 6-0 run to start this quarter.
Ooh, boy. 17 points for Richard Blackwell. Cuts the lead to 5. Misses it, but Shane there for the offensive rebound. Gets it to Richard underneath. Oh, and he can't get it to go, but he rips the ball away. Richard's a man possessed down low, and then he turns it over. Oh, my goodness. What a series of events there.
6th turnover for Richard. We're down by 5.
Leishing can't get it to go. Rebound to Bryan. South brings it up the floor.
That's out of bounds.
Oh, he's ball. Wow, frenetic pace there.
Yeah.
You know, Mike was just laying on the floor, and these players tripped over him. The east side exploded wanting to foul, but that's a great no call.
Great opportunity for South now to cut this lead down to 3. Or 2.
TJ Olson checking in for East, number 14. And Munoz will come in for Peoples.
4.5 minutes left in the ball game. Plenty of time. I mean, it's still just a 2-possession game, so no reason to force anything bad here.
Don't force it, but each possession is going to be key here. Oh, Shane gets in his way. Wow. Munoz is going to pick up, I believe, his 4th foul,
and that's going to put East over the mark, and now we're going to be shooting a 1-and-1. Boy, DeBryan came out on fire to start the game. He's been held in check pretty good.
Yeah, 8 points in the first half, only 2 in the second.
Just short.
Misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
Too much arm on that one. Didn't use enough leg to shoot up on that.
Tell you what, every one of those is critical.
Yep. South generally a good free throw shooting team.
Yep. 4 minutes left in the game. East with a 5-point lead. They get it down low to McCord. He misses the bunny, but
and
gets
he's
the
over
rebound.
the back.
And do they call him over the back?
Yes, they did.
And Bailey doesn't like that a bit.
That's his 3rd. That's going to be a 1-and-1. Marquez Jefferson going to the free throw line.
Need all these they can get.
But I'll tell you what. Yes, you do. Under the halfway point in the last quarter here, 47-42.
Makes the first.
That's Marquez's first points of the game.
That's amazing, too. But, boy, he's been great defensively, though.
Yep.
Hasn't scored a lot, but he's been a great defensive presence.
Now we got to play good defense. He's going to get another attempt.
Misses. Ooh, oh, he traveled!
Oh, my goodness!
Wow. Looked like a travel to me.
Yes, it did. More importantly, it's down to 4 now.
Now they get down low to Oliver, who just puts it off the side of the basket. Wow. He's not having one of his better nights. Jefferson, DeBryan, baseline. Michael, that's offensive.
Yes, it is.
Crowd don't like it.
Crowd don't like it, but it was a good call. Not a good time to turn the ball over.
3:33 and counting. Still a 4-point East lead. Big stop is in order here for South. They're going to order it up, a big stop. Ooh, almost lost it out of bounds, did Olson. Richard Blackwell set to check back in after a little bit of rest. And East is going to call timeout. 60 seconds. Let's take it with him. You're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
Or specifically tell them Alan Cummings sent you.
Something's happening. Coach Noble's running across the court. Oh, someone's on the floor.
Thought he was going to rip a cowbell out of someone's
So did I. I tell you what, that was great. That was great hustle there by Scott Noble, though, to get that out off the floor.
3:14 to go. East with a 4-point lead in the ball. Coming off a timeout. South will be in the bonus the rest of the way. They actually have one foul themselves to give. 3 there by Leishing. Not a good shot there. Wow. Elbows there, but now here comes Richard. Oh! Oh, they were going to wave that off anyways. Give me a break. They call that one down there, shooting foul, and they're going to wave that off. Wow. I don't understand that, but 1 and 1, I guess, instead of 2.
And they could say a guy whose back is towards the basket is a shooting foul, but they can't call this a shooting foul?
That's not a shooting foul down there, but
that's horrible.
Or it is a shooting foul down there, but here it isn't. I just, I don't like to be too critical myself, but
Richard not having his best free throw shooting game. I mean, that can't happen. I mean, he's been out for 3 weeks. Came in as an 80% free throw shooter, but he's under 50 right now.
No time for excuses in this one.
Especially when you're down by 4 and you've had every opportunity to either take the lead.
2:30 to go.
Jefferson picked up his defensive presence. That's what I like.
Boy, Leishing likes to do stuff all by himself.
Yep.
And Brendan Nelson fouls number 10. Got to be careful there.
That was a called foul. That was meant to.
Well, I understand, but you don't want to get intentional. They did have one to give, so a smart foul. Just be careful and don't wrap somebody up.
I still think it's too early to do it. You never know.
Yeah.
You're only down 4. You got to make sure you're careful on who you foul too. East overall is a good free throw shooting team. So.
Ooh, there's almost a steal by Blackwell. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, East coaches don't like it. I honestly think they're right. I think it was off Richard Blackwell.
I do too. That's the makeup
call.
What
do you think? What's our third person in the booth think on that?
That's the makeup call for the non-2-shot foul.
Oh my goodness! And then Jefferson throws it right to Oliver. And Jefferson has to hammer him.
Yep. And they're calling that a 1-and-1.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying too. He originally he originally did this.
Oh yeah. That was a no doubter there. That would have been a huge travesty.
It's been 47-43 for the last, I swear, 6 minutes of this game. 48-43 now.
5-point game now.
Now, here's the good news. It's under 2 minutes. It's only, even if he makes this, it's still just a 2-possession game. But the problem is South hasn't scored in about 2 minutes. So
yeah. Oliver makes them both.
South's offense. we've only scored 2 points this quarter, Steve. And like I said, the second half has generally been their weakest, but this was not a good time to pick up that kind of reputation that you gained for not being a good second half team, is only putting up 2 points against the number 2 ranked team in the state.
Yeah, I tell you, 11, 17, and 13. Those were their points in the first 3 quarters. They've got 2 in the fourth, and not a field goal to be spoken of. And I don't think you want to foul McCord. And Barker picks up the foul there.
That's his 4th. That's going to send number 10 for a 1-and-1.
He must not be a good shooter, because every time he touches the ball, Schaefer wants a foul.
He's only a 53% free throw shooter, so
Schaefer's done his homework.
Isaiah Dix coming in. I like this. I like this sub. He gives you more offense on the other end, gives you another choice.
Makes one of these, and it's a 2-possession game. Only 6 points on the night for people. Front rims it, and they can't get the rebound. Now Dix with the steal, almost.
That's going to be south ball. It's going to be a jump, so it's going to be east ball. Number 31's laying on the ball.
Now Dillsaver's going to come back in. Dix takes 1:24 to go in the game. South down by 6. Wow.
Cannot afford to give up points here.
And now he's going to pull it out, try to stall ball, and Dillsaver's going to foul Oliver.
Oliver coming into this game, 76% free throw shooter.
6'8" tonight, so that's 75.
Don't know if that's the one that you want to foul. I would have cleared out and let number 10 be wide open.
It's a big one here. Makes it.
And now it's a 3-possession game. 1:21 left. But see, in basketball, 1:21 is a lot of time, Steve. As long as you get quality looks. The problem is South hasn't taken the time to really get quality looks, forcing up some shots that Schaefer probably wouldn't want.
Missed the second. They're coming down quickly the other way. We don't got to panic. Blackwell gets in. Right hand. Good. Man, Richard looks good.
That makes it 5. Still 2 possession. Got to watch number 31.
Can't let him eat too much time.
Under a minute now.
And they're going to foul Weinberger. What's Weinberger look at?
He's 0 for 2 on the season coming into this game. Has he shot any this game?
Nope. Got a 3-pointer is all he has to show. Oh, he stepped across the line before that went in. That was close anyways.
So now it's back up to 6. Still 2-possession game. Back up to a 3-possession game.
7 points.
South's
got to get something here.
Got to get a 3 here or something. Or at least a 3-point play.
Oh, wow. Jefferson gets his own rebound. In there, that's the 3-point play they needed. And Ross will be sitting down. That'll be 5 on Jacob Ross.
Got to get this free throw, though. Right now it's 52-47 East on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Get this free throw. It cuts it down to 4.
A lot of time, Alan. Talked about minute 21.
Brendan Nelson's had to check in. That's a guy. I like this. Got to get him going offensively. He's such a good offensive player. He's yet to take a shot this game. I don't know, maybe injured or confidence kind of got rattled after last week, but he's such an important piece of this team.
Marquez makes it 4-point game. I don't think they want to foul McCord, but they do.
You've got to do.
The problem is that's 5 on Jefferson.
That's 5 on Jefferson now. So Austin Barker going to check in. Marquez Jefferson played a great game. Fouls out with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, Steve.
McCord 2 for 2 on the night. Double bonus from here on out. Makes the first.
But see, here's how important that free throw was that Jefferson made before he fouled out. He can make this other one. It's still a 2-possession game. The only really good three-pointer shooters out there, though, is Barker and DeBryan. You got to figure a way to get the ball into DeBryan's hands, right? I know everyone's thinking Blackwell. As that free throw makes it 54-48, it's going to be a full timeout.
60-second timeout, 39.2 to go, 54-48 East on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
So the game reset here from South High Bison Gymnasium. It's East 54, South 48. 39.2 seconds left in the game. South will have the ball. They'll need to bring it length to the floor, and they've got to get a score or get one quickly.
But I'll tell you what, here's been the difference of this game. 13-7. That's how many points has been scored this quarter. East with 13 points, South with 7. And that's the 6-point difference you're looking at, Steve.
South doesn't have a lot of time to run offense. Oh, wow, great offensive or athletic play there by Elijah Oliver. Jake Brown with a nice save on the ball. Engages the ref in conversation.
Got to do something.
Blackwell, that's not a good shot, but he's fouled. So get to the line.
I don't know if that's a good thing right now. I mean, he's not shooting from the charity stripe very well tonight. I mean, he came in 80%, and right now he's under 50 on the night as he's 5 out of 12 from the free throw line. Get in there.
Oh, in and out, and finally in.
20 points for Blackwell on the night.
5-point game. Takes them both there. 4-point game. And South's going to have a substitution here.
I think this is for fouling, in my opinion. I don't know. You're only down by 4, 25 seconds left in the game. Ooh, Oliver almost got away with an elbow there, too. I think Shane fouled him a second too early. Split second too early because Oliver was bringing that elbow around.
Well, if East makes free throws, they win the game.
Yep.
If they miss, they give South a chance to get back in it.
So in the picture frame for you viewers, that's Isaiah Dix on the left, Austin Barker in the middle, Richard Blackwell on the right. Elijah Oliver set to shoot some free throws. He's got 13 on the night.
Makes the first.
So that's 5. 5-point lead for East, 55-50. And like I said, the last 4 games between these two teams have been close, close, close. And this night has not failed either.
Misses the second. Big miss. 20 seconds. South's got to get down and get something up quickly. Brian, long three. Gone! Timeout! Oh, he's second and a half wasted there. Let's just keep it right here. Watch, 2-point game, 8.7 to go.
That was
Brian busted that from deep.
That was past. That was beyond NBA range on that one, man. That was huge. And here's how big it was. 8.7 seconds left. You're only down 2 now. 55-53.
You can get somebody to foul, go down and miss a shot, miss a free throw.
You want to see who
You'll
they
have
put.
A chance to make a 3 to tie it.
You want to see who they put on the floor. So number 10 is the guy I'm aiming for. You want to cover everybody else extremely well. But I have a feeling number 10 might be throwing the inbound pass. What do you think?
Yeah, they got to foul right now. No, Munoz is going to throw it in.
So I would cover 14 really well. You got to make sure McCord and Oliver are covered, but then as soon as 10 gets the ball.
Yeah. I mean, you got to foul like the minute he touches it.
14, he's hit 2 free throws tonight. They got to watch the long pass. They're looking at McCord for the inbound. They're telling him to go.
Not the right guy.
Not the right guy.
That's all right. That's who East was going to work their hardest to
But
get
I'll tell you what, he had good defensive position on him, and he reached in. I think what did it, Steve, is he had the hand on the back. I think that's what did it.
He was going to get the ball there, so I'm glad he fouled him only with 1/10 of a second getting ticked off. Now, we need him to miss one of these.
Just one. He gets 2 chances.
And his ice water on the first one. He makes the second one, and that'll just about put the nail in the coffin.
I don't know. Then it makes it a 4-point lead. We can get the ball up quickly and hit another 3, then foul.
Big free throw here. Misses it! The South got a timeout. Oh, and they get it stolen away. And that's going to do it. South got the rebound.
Richard tried to do too much at the end.
South got the rebound.
And that's a sore winner, and Zach McCord right there pointing to his jersey like that. That's
representing East.
That's not a class act, though.
So that's going to do it here. What an exciting game. South is going to fall to the number 2 ranked East T-Birds. Probably South's best effort of the entire season. In my humble estimation, they go down 56-53. Allen's going to wrap up with some comments on the Mile High Tree and Lawn Care postgame show.
Let's see if we can get somebody out here. Richard. We're going to get Blackwell on. Mile High Lawn and postgame show with Richard Blackwell, the 11-12 BISN player of the game. Richard, back and forth game all night. Not exactly how you wanted it to end. What's going through your mind when you're going up for that rebound when McCord missed that free throw?
Got to find a way to score. How to tie the game up.
I'll tell you what, man, you were abusing everybody down low. Did you feel a little rusty coming back, being gone for 3 weeks? Did you feel any rust at all early in the game?
Of course. I missed the majority of my free throws and didn't really help my team win. So
now let's look on the other side. Let's take a look at this game, glass half full. You just lost to the number 2 ranked team in the state, and you gave them every bit they can handle. What does that do for your team's confidence? Even though you lose, this has got to be looking at some type of confidence builder for your team.
Yeah, it's a definite learning process. I mean, you got to take this and learn from it. And next time we play them, make adjustments and do what we have to do to win.
Now you got to have amnesia because we go to Central tomorrow night. Do you expect another type of game? Close game against Cheyenne Central tomorrow night?
It's hard to predict the future. I mean, if we come out and play better than we did today, we should be able to win.
Well, Richard, good game. Welcome back to the team. You're a big difference on this team. Richard Blackwell, 11-12 BISN player of the game, and that's going to wrap it up. The South High Bison gave East everything they could handle. Unfortunately, they fall short 56-53 as they were outscored in that last quarter there. Just did it. We couldn't get any shots to fall, but I'll tell you what, with the return of Richard Blackwell to this lineup, this South team is totally different than what they were without him in the lineup, and good things are going to happen. South falls to 0-4 in the 4A East. Central 3-1. We'll be back tomorrow night as we go to Cheyenne Central for the second half of the crosstown rivalry here on 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.